So in this video, I'm going to show you around Synthesia, which is a talking avatar video program that a lot of people use to create professional development videos. So a few things I'm going to mention over here is this is your menu. It's really got very basic features. Basically, this is all the work that you've done. These are things you've thrown away. You can dub videos into other languages. You can create avatars of yourself using photographs, which I do have a video coming out about that. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now so that you're notified when that video comes out. And you can also create avatars from video footage. So the selfie avatar is a quick and easy, pretty low quality avatar. And then the avatars that use video are much better quality. And also that same video, I cover all the avatars in one video. So subscribe to the channel. Once again, they do bulk personalization where you can use variables to create personalized videos. So this would be if you have, say, an email subscribe list and you've collected, all the people's names and their companies and maybe even photographs of them for their avatars or whatever. You can create a personalized video of them using those variables that you have saved somewhere in a database or something, and these videos can then be sent to them. I don't have a video on that. I might in the future. That's actually not something I would use, and so I'm not that interested in it, but I can see where that would be super, super awesome for marketing purposes. Okay, now up here along the top, you can create videos and edit and work on videos in 4 different ways. You can start with a blank video completely from scratch or using a template, where it has slides all laid out. That was the way I used to create videos. I don't do that anymore. I go right to the AI video assistant and I feed my content in through that because then it automatically populates all of the templates that I want to use. That's what I'm going to show you in this video here in just a moment. Video dubbing is where you can translate any video that you've created from anywhere into another language. This is really handy. However, I don't think it's worth the cost because you do have to use your credits to do that, and doing it the same exact thing through 11 Labs is much cheaper in terms of the cost per credits. Now, I don't know the exact amounts and exactly how it is different, but 11 Labs would be where I would go if I was going to translate videos into other languages. But just so you know, Synthesia has that right here. Now, if you're wondering, oh, well, wait, what about if I create a video and I want it translated into another language? And you can do that for every video. You can see right here, it has that option. So when you create a video in here, you can automatically have it translated. The video dubbing is really if you have a video from some other source that you need put into another language. And then you can import PowerPoint slides. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add a file. I want to show you this because I don't like this at all. Okay, I don't like this feature because basically it takes every slide and turns it into an image. So if you haven't planned ahead where you want an avatar on there talking, assuming you want an avatar, or assuming you want to add additional assets like videos or pictures or something, it's just a photograph on there, which I'll show you here in just a minute what I'm talking about. This has not been useful also because since every slide becomes a photograph, you can't have text enter at different points. So it's been pretty much useless. Okay, so here is the slideshow, and actually another problem has emerged here that I will explain here in a moment. But basically this is an image. It's the slide background, and I mean, that's all there is to it, right? There's no moving any of this around. So if I wanted to use this, I would need to plan ahead and rearrange my slides to make room for that avatar. That's not such a big deal. But here's the other problem is that this was actually in a 4x3 PowerPoint size. And Synthesia only likes the 16:9, I think is what it is, aspect ratio. So look, it's taken my titles, it's messed them up. So on the import, you can see, well, I guess if you double click, you can remove it. But why in the heck did this have that random G there? Let me look at my actual original and just see. Yeah, on my original, look, it's perfectly fine. So anyway, I don't like that, but maybe that can be of use to you. I can see where it could have other uses. What I love is the AI video assistant, and this is really where Synthesia shines. You can upload a file. You can link to a website, say like a blog post. You can give a prompt, or you can provide a word-by-word script of what you want created. Now, what I like to do is I go to ChatGPT and I have ChatGPT create video scripts for me and blogs and all kinds of other stuff. And actually, as you can see there, infographics. Darn it. My mouse is so sensitive. Okay. There we go. Doggone it. Let's try this again. Okay. So I'm going to go over here. And I don't necessarily want this to be word for word, so I'm not going to do script. I'm going to do prompt. And yeah, that's a lot to put into a prompt. But I put it in as a prompt, and that way Synthesia knows to like rearrange what needs to be rearranged. I can set the length here so it can shrink it down or stretch it out. I'll do 2 minutes. And then you choose the template you want to use. And I think I'll do this one. It's bright and colorful. And you can also set an objective and audience. This is going to be business professionals, language, English, obviously, tone, serious. Okay, it's going to create an outline first, which we've already provided it so much structure that it's already, it's just going to pull that outline here from what I shared and then create video. Now, you don't have to worry about this costing you credits. It's only going to cost you credits when you publish that final video. So you can do as many prototypes and samples as you want. That's not going to cost you any credit. That is pretty darn nice. I like to just try it out. Obviously, you're going to want to read through all of this, but I'm not going to do that now because I'm just going to show you how it works. But you'd want to go through and make sure it all looks good. You can edit the outline if you want. So if you're not liking how it has done things, you can edit it, but you'll really do your big editing in the editor, which is the next thing I'm going to show you. So continue in editor. So now it has pulled all of that and it's now built it out into slides, and it has everything I need right here. It's really, really cool. So let's start with the first thing. This is the title slide. Of course, you'd want to change out your logos. You can change out any image by just selecting it and choosing replace, and it will replace it. And then you can also just add additional media or additional objects. And here's how you can add additional things. Right up here, you can add another avatar. You can add a text box, a shape, media, captions, and you can even record yourself. Let's choose media. So let's say I want some kind of image of technology. And these are videos, so that's cool. We'll add that. I'm going to have this run down here. Now, when I first started using this, one of the things I was so worried about is that the Getty Images watermark, which you don't see it on this particular view, but you'll see that on your photographs and videos, that will be removed when you publish. So don't worry about that. I was worrying I needed to buy some extra add-on or something, but no, that is not the case. Over here on the videos, you can choose to have it only play once, to stretch it. So if it's a 6-second video, but your slide is 20 seconds, it's just going to slow it down so it takes up 20 seconds, or you can have it to be looped or cut. That is going to be chosen by default. You can also adjust the volume if the video has volume. You can adjust the opacity, the blur, the radius. You can add a shadow onto it, and you can choose where the shadow is. So you're looking at this video here, seeing how that changes. And then the animation is how you decide when it will enter. And I absolutely love how they've handled the animation. So basically, this is the voice script that's going to be read. And to add a trigger or an animation, we can do this in 2 ways. So we can say enter at, and you see how there's a word here and it says generative. That means at the start. And everything is by default going to be at the start. So if you don't want it to enter there, you just do new trigger and you pick where you want it to enter. So I'm going to choose for this to enter at but and stay all the way till the end. However, I could say, but after that first statement, then I want the video to go away. So you see the blue highlights show you there when that particular object will be visible on the screen. Then you can choose the transition on how it appears. I like the fades. The fades are very nice. Okay. And then you can see here it's got the exit animation. It's going to exit at the word so. Now you can also change the triggers by clicking on a letter and saying add and enter. I want to move that animation. So I'm moving the title. Let's jump down to this one. Let me show you again. So let's say this text box, it's currently entering at AI at the very beginning. If I want to move it, I can say, okay, no, I want to move it here. Click the plus sign, choose enter, move animation. But I can also just drag it. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. I would say the easiest way actually is just to drag it like that instead of over here. But if you can't use a mouse very easily, then that wouldn't be, then this over here would be better for you. But actually just dragging it is the easiest thing to do. Okay, let's see here. What else can I show you? Well, you may want to swap out your avatar. So you would select where the avatar is and choose a different one. So some of these are premium. I think I can use that one. I thought I can choose to swap them all out. Go through this slowly. Oh, down here. See, it pops up. It's hidden. Change all. Okay, so let me show you that once again. And look, it did not change these. So let's try this again. Let's change her to this guy. And we get this. Change all. Oh, I'm seeing now. Okay, so it's only going to change the ones that match the one you just swapped out. Okay, that makes sense. So if you haven't changed any yet, then you would change all, and it's going to change all of them that match the one you're changing. Okay, so you can also change the background. So maybe we want him to be in an office. Takes a minute to load sometimes. Let's change him. Maybe we want him to be at a park. that's not going to work. Let's do outside. They've got really, really nice backgrounds. I really like them. Okay. All right, now you'll also want to add transitions. And when you select a slide, you're going to go to the scene level settings. You know, when I select an object, I'm going to the object level settings. But when I'm on a scene, I have these other options. I can change the background media by choosing a different image. So right now it's just a solid color, but I could change it so it's that. It doesn't actually, that's horrible. I can add music and I can add a scene transition. Notice also I get this option when I choose a transition to change all, and I do want all of my scenes to have a transition, so I'm going to go ahead and choose change all, and that way they all have the fade. Now when you add music, let's say we add this, we can add that to all scenes. So it will play consistently from one slide to the next. So it's not going to start over every time. It will be a consistent change. It's that easy. So down here you can also type in extra stuff. Okay, so you can change that and add in your, that's going to be the voiceover. So you can change the voice by hovering over him. You see this little pop-out menu comes up and you choose right here. And you can choose a different voice from here, or you can go all the way back to different languages and choose a different language. I, of course, want English, and so you can pick the voice that you want and change it. And when you do, you get this option to change all. So that change all is always happening there at the bottom of the screen. And then you can preview it. Now in preview mode, the avatar is not going to talk because that takes a lot of power, you know, so they're just going to show you what the scene looks like with all the other effects.
Generative AI is reshaping creativity, communication, and work.
Talking.
But with great power comes great responsibility. As AI's influence grows, so do concerns about its impact on society. Let's explore the top 5 worries surrounding
and then you would select generate, and you can choose to have the burned in captions or not. I typically do not have them. I only use the burned in captions on the shorts. And then you generate, and it's going to take, you know, 10 to 20 minutes for that to happen, and it's going to use up your credits. So it's going to use up credits based on how long the video is. And then you will have your video. So that is how to use Synthesia. Pretty easy.